regular season against the Reds in Milwaukee. Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 5 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Good morning, Milwaukee. It's 7 o'clock and 57 degrees. Today's going to be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 82. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. A suspect has been arrested in connection to a shooting that killed a Canadian man in Sheboygan Falls. Police announced that they arrested 35-year-old Luis E. Cruz Burgos for first-degree reckless homicide charges. 32-year-old Giovanni Michael Robinson was shot and killed Wednesday morning near Monroe and Water Streets. A press conference to discuss additional information in the investigation will take place next week. And the man accused of killing a woman from Dodgeville and taking her body to Nebraska is back in Wisconsin. 23-year-old Gavin Thompson is charged with 4 felonies, including first-degree intentional homicide in the death of 67-year-old Dorinda Sigebrecht. Prosecutors say Thompson entered her home, stabbed her to death, and then drove her body to Nebraska in her car in July. Questions about Thompson's competency delayed his extradition back to Wisconsin. Bond has been set at $500,000. And a government shutdown is looming, with Republicans and Democrats at odds over a bill to fund the government beyond Tuesday. President Trump has refused to meet with Democratic lawmakers to work out a way out of the impasse. ABC's Melissa Don with more.
Democrats are demanding an extension of Obamacare tax credits in exchange for supporting the temporary funding bill, but Republicans aren't budging. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries criticizing the president for attending the Ryder Cup golf tournament rather than negotiating a deal.
Democrats are here in the Capitol, ready, willing, and able to sit down with anyone at any time and at any place in order to find a bipartisan path forward to fund the government.
Melissa Don, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The administration has threatened to fire additional federal workers if the shutdown does go into effect. And Milwaukee Public Schools takes new steps to boost safety inside classrooms.
This year, students are learning a standardized protocol designed to make emergency responses quicker and clearer. The district worked with police, fire, and national safety experts to create this protocol. MPS Emergency Operations Manager Kevin Hafman tells WTMJ.
From day one, when we reached out to the Department of Justice for Office of School Safety and we identified this as a gap, we had Milwaukee Fire, Milwaukee Police, our SROs. We even reached out to County OEM, which is Office of Emergency Management, Wisconsin Emergency Management, as well as dispatch for the city of Milwaukee 911.
Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
And once again, a major closure will affect your ride this weekend. The Department of Transportation closed a big portions of 894 for a 54-hour closure. It's part of the ongoing Hale Interchange project.
It's week 2 of the full closure of all lanes on 894 westbound from 76th Street to Greenfield Avenue for continuing paving operations. This includes the ramp to the southbound Rock Freeway. This closure will again be in effect until 5:30 Monday morning. The DOT is suggesting using Highway 100 as the main posted detour to get around this closure. As usual, all the work is weather dependent and is subject to change. Oh, and we'll have 2 more weekends taking care of the other direction starting October 3rd. Demi Loziga, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, weather, and next Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 7:04.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you bought that TV in a parking lot. It just happened to not come in a box or include a remote. And when you finally managed to turn it on, all it displayed was the menu of Grumpy's Tacos. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly. Be
TB21.
Ready to upgrade your home's exterior? Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in top quality windows, doors, and siding that enhance your home while increasing its value and energy efficiency. From modern vinyl siding to stylish fiberglass doors, and from double hung windows to sliding glass doors, they have the perfect solutions for your home. Contact them today for a free consultation. Just search online J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all Sports Desk. The Brewers lost to the Cincinnati Reds 3-1 Friday night. The Brew Crew need one more win to secure the top seed in Major League Baseball and have home field advantage in the postseason. Game 2 of the final series of the season is tonight at 6:15. Our Brewers coverage starts at 5 o'clock with Brewers warm-up right here on WTMJ. And the Packers are in Dallas to take on the Cowboys Sunday night. The Packers have won their last 5 matchups against the Cowboys. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. I-43 94 north, 0.4 miles beyond Howard Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Other than that, roads are looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
All right, time for your WTMJ forecast. Today's going to be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 82 degrees. Sunday's going to be sunny and beautiful with a high of 74 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Monday's going to be sunny and warm with a high of 80 degrees. And Tuesday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 75 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Right now in Madison, it's 59 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 50 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 57 degrees. Right here in Milwaukee, it's 57 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:08.
This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Welcome. It is September 27th, the last Saturday of the month, and we're doing it again. The Fix-It Show is up and running. David, how are you?
I am well. Dayton, good morning. How are you?
Good. It was a beautiful week.
Oh, it was fabulous.
You
The
can't
last
beat
2
the weather
weeks
we're
have been
having.
amazing.
Yeah.
We got that rain, but otherwise, last week was gorgeous every day. This week has been great and everything. Loving the
Makes
weather.
our jobs a lot nicer because we do a lot of outside stuff. We're outdoors a lot.
Yeah,
and
outside.
so.
Been outside all week. So.
Another guy who's outside sometimes in basements many times, Chris Mancuso.
Chris.
On
Morning,
with us.
Chris.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's
All
a
right.
beautiful weekend.
Accurate Basement Repair on with us this hour. So questions about your foundation, your basement, your drain tile, what's happening, what is happening.
Gutters
You're still
grading
running
the downspouts?
You still
All that
running
stuff?
like crazy?
We're still running like crazy. And again, be patient, right? We're talking about that. We'll talk about all kinds of great things today. We have some tips for everybody from the last rain, too. So we ended up getting a bunch of calls from Monday's rain, and everyone's going, Monday did it rain?
Yeah.
It rained at night.
Yeah.
And then what
Kind
we
of caught me off guard. I heard it was some rain in the forecast, but all of a sudden I get an alert, severe thunderstorm warning. I pull
Hail.
up the radar and I was like, holy cow, look at this storm coming. And it rained.
New Berlin got hit with hail.
Yeah.
That area.
we had a little bit.
Like pea size, nothing crazy.
Not major.
And but it dumped some decent sized, a good amount
absolutely.
of rain. And what we found at Accurate was that we were getting phone calls from people that we had talked to during the flood, and they never had water before except the flood. And you know what we were telling all these people and our listeners? This is important because you're going, oh, those jerks told me, don't worry about it. I got water during the flood. And we said, hey,
So
we don't need to
are
come
we
out.
referring to that as the flood now?
Yeah,
because I read about a flood in another book, but but the flood.
That is true. It is not the flood.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. It was the Wisconsin flood.
It is the
southeastern Wisconsin flood of 2025.
That is true. The ultimate flood, me. Yeah.
Sorry.
That was good. So we were telling people, hey, we don't really need to come out. We're not trying to blow people off. That wasn't it. But so many people just got water during the flood, and now we found that since the flood, when it rains now these people are starting to get water like regularly now, and they never had it before. So the flood had changed some of the dimensions of the water management at their house as a whole.
Right. Water finds the path of least resistance. Once it's got that path, you gotta change. You gotta fix that. Basically, what you're saying is it found a path, and now it's just going to keep following that path.
Yeah, like David brought up, and I think the flood created that path, so now people are getting it. So, we're doing the best we can. Remember, we're a small business, Accurate Basement Repair, small business. It, started, about 20 years ago or so, when I was still fighting, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
So it's not like we're some huge conglomerate. We are Accurate Basement Repair, and we are trying the best we can to get to phones. Like we had somebody call yesterday from Whitefish Bay. This guy calls yesterday, and we're trying to get him scheduled. And what's interesting too is pre-COVID, I know I bring that up, people probably forget COVID, but most people were working from home, but so many people are back in the office now. So we're starting to change our hours a lot more for more evening stuff than we used to have.
I've been seeing that too.
Yeah, because you're out there too.
Yep.
So this gentleman from Whitefish Bay is, hey man, he was kind of I'm an office dude now, man. I have to go to work all day, and I'm like, wow. And I said to him, I guess because in construction, right? All of us in construction, the guys who are trucking right now, listening to us, and the dudes at the machine shops that are listening to us right now, they didn't change. The machine shop was still open.
Right.
You still have your machine grinding away, right?
Yeah.
Construction dudes are still doing what they were doing, but a lot of white collar type of stuff,
they're back in the office.
Yeah, they're getting back to the office, so the appointments have changed. So, and so we're getting caught off guard just a little bit on it, but it seems like it's more like the call back to work's been more aggressive in the last 6 months.
I agree 100%. I've seen that as well. So we do need to take our first break. 855-616-1620. That's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair on with us all this hour. Last week you were on. We had so many calls and texts that were like, we need to keep them coming back because we got a lot of people out there with a lot of questions. So we'd love to hear from you. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Analyzing the news from the perspective of those in the field. Hey, it's WTMJ's Adam Roberts. Join me every Sunday at 10 for Reporter's Notebook, where we take a deeper dive behind the biggest stories of the past week, told from the perspective of the reporters, anchors, and news directors making decisions behind the scenes and covering the stories you hear every single day.
Bringing you the story behind the story. It's Reporter's Notebook, Sunday mornings at 10 on WTMJ.
The Fix It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors, welcome home.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bella Mare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10,000 for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
Big show going on tonight at the Fiserv Forum. 4 legends, 1 stage. It's Gladys Knight, who we're hearing right now, correct? That's Gladys Knight. Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills. That's a big line.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Dayton Kane, David Nason, Isaac's in the producer's studio, ready to take your calls at 855-616-1620. Calls for Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair. So when all this is happening and people are calling, what are some of the bigger things you're seeing you have to do when you go into somebody's home after this flood? Is it injections? Are you rebuilding walls? Are you digging stuff? What are you seeing?
So what we're seeing, we definitely had an increase in poured wall inquiries. So just yesterday, I was at a volleyball game for my daughter, and one of the firefighter friends of mine, his daughter's in the same school, and he said, "Hey, let me show you a picture." And I'm thinking, hey, is this going to be showing me a picture of something cool? Of course it's not.
It's something he souped up.
Yeah. Hey, he was going to show me a picture of somebody, something. It was a picture of a basement, of course. I'm like, oh, that's exciting. No, I'm just
seen
kidding.
that before.
So Timmy shows me a picture, and he's got this leak coming down, and it is near a window that's cut into his poured basement. And he said, same thing as we were talking in the last segment, never had water before. And then after the flood, it started coming in, and then on Monday it came in again. So we're going to do an injection there. It's a 2-part polyurethane injection. We do plenty of them. We do those everywhere from here all the way to Madison. We cover a really big area. And speaking of big, it'll be Big Al that'll come out there. He's not a really big dude. We just call him Big Al. But Bayview guy.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised Bayview area, still down here. So if you have a poured wall and you have some water coming in, or even if you see the staining, if you're going, wow, that stain looks different, you should probably take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm. Documentation, we talk about that a lot.
And if the stain looks like it's getting bigger, you probably want to get it injected. Most certainly if it's just sitting there, great. But a lot of people nowadays they're remodeling the basements, right?
Yeah.
So you want to get that done, and again, sooner than later is probably your best bet. But again, it'll be Al, our Bayview guy. Again, we go from here to Madison to do this stuff, but it is much more affordable than you would think for the poly.
And just so, if somebody's wondering, concrete block foundation walls move, crack, slide in, whatever. Poured concrete walls rarely. They can, but rarely move, right?
That's correct. The strength,
so
and that's a good question.
It's just cracks and moisture coming through them.
That's correct. And David brought that up, and we get that a lot. What's better, poured or block? It's poured.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
So if a blocked wall is cracking, you can't inject that. That's a different process.
Oh, that's a good question too. Yeah, we will not. Yeah, you can't inject a block wall. Injections are for poured walls, and the success rate on them is significant. Years ago, we used to have to dig those out and waterproof from the outside. Really expensive, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, because we have to bring backhoes in and
you're disturbing.
Dump trucks and dig it all down. Does that happen once in a while? Sure does, still does. We did one 2 weeks ago. It was injected multiple times, just wasn't taking. I mean, it happens. So, and that's why when you call the show and when you hear people on here, you want to, anyone that says, "Oh, that never happens to me," yeah, right. It's water, so once to seek its path. So, but the success rate on the injections is super high. So if you have some issues with poured walls, most certainly the water, but even the staining, if you're thinking, it's making you uncomfortable, then you might as well have it injected. Because who wants to go out of town and go, I wonder if that stain now is a leak, and now it's leaking into the rest of the finished area.
But with either one, block, poured wall, you got some moisture, grading, gutters, and downspouts. Get the water away from your house.
Absolutely.
Got to get it away from your house.
Absolutely, and we talk about this on every show, that the drain tile system, which is just tubing, it's just tubing underneath the floor, just tubing, and that water rises, goes in the tubing, and goes into the sump crock, if you have one, unless your house is really old, and you'll have something called a Palmer valve, which will
or maybe nothing at all.
Which will bore people to death. Yeah, I think if Palmer valve, I think some dude named Palmer, I don't know, man.
Right.
Could be the Nason valve, I guess, too. So, but
I'd rather not be that. Yeah.
No. But if you have that, it's just, again, tubing in the floor, it's perforated, and it's made for groundwater coming up. That's what drain tile is designed for, groundwater coming up into that, going into that sump crock, which is just a pail. That's all it is. Goes to a pump and hopefully spits it far enough away from your house that it doesn't recirculate. Don't spit it out toward your neighbor's house, because they will not be happy about that. No, that's like parking your car on half of their lawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't like it.
When we come back, we're going to get to this text that looks like a text I could have almost sent, except for the 4 inches of sewer water. I didn't have that, but we'll get to that and your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair on this morning on WTMJ.
I know why you continue to live in pain. It's because you don't believe anything can be done to help. Maybe you bought into something and you've been burned before. I mean, your skepticism, it's understandable. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we use powerful, anti-inflammatory, and cushioning pharmacological medicines to ease your pain. They're FDA approved, and most medical insurance is going to pay for our treatments, including Medicare and Medicaid. And that's the litmus test. Because if insurance has shown to cover the cost of many of our patients' treatments, you can be sure it's valid medicine. It's not a biological treatment considered experimental, or some new gimmick that's trying to hook you. The Rejuvenex approach to pain relief is legitimate. It helps to alleviate pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. And from what we've seen, it gives people a new lease on their lives.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Call today, and there's a good chance we'll see you tomorrow.
The new fractured boulders we now have in stock are really nice. They're squarer and more rectangular in shape, and they're great for building dry-laid retaining walls. They're much easier to deal with, lock together nicely, and you get less gaps. No wet mortar needed. And we've stocked a multitude of colors. You can use them as an accent item to add character to your dry river or creek beds, too. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Our organic mulch is comprised of all trees. Most mulch is made from ground-up pallets, and you don't know what might have been spilled on those pallets. Could be chemicals or who knows what. But not our mulch, we're recycling trees. Many species of hardwoods. Cedar, hemlock, light brown, dark brown, mocha, black, red, gold, and caramel. 7 colors to choose from means a mulch to match any exterior. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Networks, streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. But where did the concept originate? We may be biased, but we think these big wigs found their inspiration for plus at Hassellus Mattress. Hassellus showrooms are employee-free. Give your mattress a try with no pushy sales guy. Plus, our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Plus, unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, free next day delivery and setup. Plus, free haul away and disposal of your old mattress. Plus, 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit. Plus, a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Plus, a ruggedly handsome spokesman with a smooth radio voice. Get all this, plus a whole lot more when you shop at Hassellus Mattress. Or maybe we should change our name to Hassellus Plus. Nah. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at hassellus.com.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Trying to think. Is this Shaka Khan?
Oh, yeah.
Isaac in the producer's booth. Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills at the Pfizer Forum tonight. They have some good songs, good stuff. Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair on with us this hour, taking your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. David, you want to read this one?
Yes, I will, Dayton. With the rain in August, I got about 4 inches of water in the basement, mostly from the sewer. The rain Monday, I got just a little bit easily mopped up, but I got just a bit from a hole in the floor. I'm redoing the gutters as I was getting overflow, and I'm also redoing the landscaping, grading, and higher window well. All good ideas where you just got a small amount of water. So any suggestions going forward? So probably talking about the hole in the floor. And Dayton, you were saying you got some water coming up through a crack in the
basement.
floor.
Yeah, and in the middle of the basement, it wasn't running down a wall. It wasn't coming up like through the drain tile. My sump crock is pretty much empty. Like, where is this water coming from? And it's in the middle of the basement.
Yeah, and we had talked about it on the break also. So this texter, inquirer, listener, I guess is. So this person sounds pretty conscientious, right? Just like you are. I mean, you're conscientious, and that's a lot of our listeners. We have the remedial listener that's kind of handy, and then you have some higher end folks that are like, I can kind of do this stuff on my own. Mm-hmm. So challenging that part when it's coming up from the middle of the floor can be a little bit more challenging. And the reason is this texter, you should look and see where it was coming up from. Where, again, if there's a hole, obviously patch it. If it is near the edge of toward where the drain tile is, I wouldn't suggest this. But if it's toward the middle, there are some non-permeable foam injections that can take place to try to fill these gaps. So what happens, like with what Dayton experienced, that water coming up toward the middle, because we get this, right? We get call and say, I didn't get it over, my pump was running good, but I was getting water through the middle. What happens is sometimes that water will run the sewer or lateral lines through your basement. And so, like where you're...
Well, say why. Those are buried in gravel.
Mm-hmm.
So the waters has an easier path to travel along those pipes.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. So they're surrounded by gravel generally. So that'll be a path of least resistance. And then...
Like a little river.
Yeah. And then if that river starts to get overwhelmed because it can't get into the drain tile quick enough, it'll start bubbling through the floor.
And that's called?
Hydrostatic pressure.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
We have a guy called too, and we get floors that'll heave too. Mm-hmm. I mean, it happens. We have, there's one now in Elm Grove. His whole, he had his landscaping coming toward the back of the house during the flood. A room that had gotten poured from years and years and years ago that we did. I think it's over 12 years ago or something. His floor heaved in there. His system was taking water, but it got overwhelmed underneath the bottom cavity of the floor. And he's not the only one who had floor heaving, like bubbled up. So when you see that, it can happen.
Well, the interesting part of my basement was when we had the flooding, I maybe had a 6-inch puddle in that spot. Like not deep, but just a little round, little wetness. This last one, the 4 inches of rain, it was much bigger. It was probably like a circumference of about 4 or 5 feet. So I actually got more water that second time, and you were saying it's probably because the water table's still so high.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we got another rain like next week, a good rain. Wouldn't be surprised if you had more. That path has been created.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, that path has been created. But we'll do some, again, we can do some creative thinking on that. We might be able to.
So what you're saying is that either
it.
injection or something, you need to be able to stop the pressure so it pushes it somewhere else to the drain tile.
To the drain tile.
Your crock.
Right.
So it can
Yeah,
be
because
pumped
Dayton,
out.
you got new drain tile in there.
Absolutely.
Around the perimeter. Yeah. Did we get that water to that drain tile instead of the middle?
Gotcha. More of your calls and texts when we come back. Check them out, accuratebasementrepair.com. Chris Mancuso with us for another half hour. Now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Morning, Dayton. Decision, Wisconsin. One candidate drops out of the Wisconsin governor's race. Republican businessman Bill Berrien leaves the race just after 11 weeks. He claims that as his campaign was gaining traction, a report published by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel painted a salacious and sensational picture of his character, making it hard for his campaign to continue. The reporting showed that he unfollowed several online accounts tied to explicit content. The means on the Republican side, it's just now Congressman Tom Tiffany and Washington County Executive Josh Schoeman. And on the Democratic side, candidates include Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley, State Representative Francesca Hong, State Senator Kelda Royce, beer vendor Ryan Sternad, and former Assemblyman Brett Holsey. And the city of Waukesha is considering a proposal that would implement a special charge for garbage and recycling services. Under the proposal, each household would pay an annual fee of $160 for garbage and recycling services. City staff point to ongoing budget challenges as the reason a fee is needed. The city's Finance Committee will consider the proposal at its meeting this Tuesday, September 30th. If approved, the Waukesha Common Council will vote on the measure October 7th. And FEMA funding is starting to help families across southeast Wisconsin. More than $28 million in statewide individual assistance has already gone to more than 3,800 households. There's still time to file for federal assistance. The application deadline is November 12th. You can get all the details when you text the word FEMA to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. That's FEMA to 855-616-1620. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. We got a couple of incidents on the road. I-43 south at the ramp from Silver Spring Drive. The right lane is blocked due to a crash, so be aware of that. Then over on I-43 94 north, 0.4 miles beyond Howard Avenue, the right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Or that road's looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin.
This report sponsored by Exterior Pros and Baths. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation. Want to save big on your next home improvement project? Visit extpros.com today for expert services at unbeatable prices.
All right, time for your WTMJ forecast. Today's going to be pretty warm with a high of 82 degrees. Sunday is going to be sunny and beautiful with a high of 74 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Monday is going to be sunny and warm with a high of 80 degrees. And Tuesday is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 75 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Right now in Madison, it's 59 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 53 degrees. Out in Waukesha, it's 57 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 58 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:34.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
I'm with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, you get the benefit of one-on-one relationships with the James team, like when your sales rep said something unexpected. What did they say?
Hey, this is a little high. You're not printing as much as we thought you were going to print.
Then the James team member had even better news.
Correct. Let's bring that down. Let's make it a little cheaper and still keep you on the same program.
The James Managed Print Services Program. All your document output devices bundled under one invoice that includes service and supplies for one low cost per print. Nice, right, Preston?
Yes, felt great. Felt secure, Don't have to worry about, again, somebody just coming in and selling something and then walking away and never hearing from them again.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I have a roofing question, I contact Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
Thanks, Tom. Between the two of us, we've seen hundreds of failed roofs, along with the unfortunate consequences of water damage. Poor workmanship, improper product usage, lack of ventilation, inferior flashing detail, and loss of control due to subcontractors are some of the most common reasons for roofs failing. At J&B, our objective is not just to sell another roof. We want to educate our clients. When J&B's experienced sales staff achieves that goal, our roof systems sell themselves.
For a complimentary roof evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance free when you rely on J&B.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
This would be a show I'd like to go see on Monday. Toad the Wet Sprocket, Katie Tunn's still going to be at the Pabst Theater with Vertical Horizon as well. Yes. Great band.
Yes.
That'd be a good show. Dayton, Kane,
Janet.
David, Nason, Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair, who's going to be in the Nary Home and Remodeling Show October 17th through the 19th. Is that right?
That is correct.
State
the
Fair
big
Park,
fall
right?
show. Yep. Jen's running, putting it all together for Nary. She's working her butt off. Super excited about that show coming up.
Did you say what the theme is?
No.
What's the theme, Chris?
What's the theme? Tell.
It says the Midwest Basement Revival. Make room for life indoors.
Why didn't I know that? No, I knew that.
Yes, you did.
I don't want to write, but it's What is it again?
The Midwest Basement Revival. Make room for life indoors.
So what that means, basement revival, it's not like some sort of weird chanting like, bluegrass
Something
thing.
that Aaron Rodgers would go to.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yes, in the dark in one of those jacuzzis.
I
or
love Aaron
something.
Rodgers.
Yeah. But what it means is what we have found, and we've talked about this a lot over the show, because we just don't talk about waterproofing and structural repair when we're here, and that's what Accurate does, right? Waterproofing and structural repair. We try to talk about where the industry as a whole for remodeling is going and home repairs, and it definitely is going down. And I don't mean prices are going down, unfortunately. For those of you who started smiling, it is not going down, but it is much more economical to do your remodel going down than it is to go up or out. And Dayton and David most certainly have more facts on that than I do, but it is. And so what they have decided at NARI is going, wow, let's give people the opportunity, listeners in our area, the opportunity to come and view what it looks like to go down. And again, even if you have limited height in your basement, that's usually the number one drawback. Oh, my basement's not that tall. Once you get the thing finished off, you can't really raise height. You can't. It's very complicated, but nonetheless, you can. For those of you going, well, he said he couldn't, but you can. But nonetheless,
well, so probably the best thing to do is if you're needing height is don't put a ceiling in. You paint the joist white or black.
And that's what most people are doing. I mean, we're doing these waterproofing and structural repair projects. We do a ton of them for folks before they're doing the remodel, so they don't have to worry about it anymore. Mm-hmm. So they're doing those, and that's a big part of why we got the show coming up, is to make sure that your basement is structurally sound and watertight. And then they'll come in, and even on those two, we're doing a lot where we're doing the drain tile work, and then we're breaking out the floor and doing all the digging. We just did one on in Muskego on Shore Lane. Shout out to Muskego. Anyway, the on Shore Lane, that we broke the floor and trenched it for the plumber to come on in and lay the piping for the bathroom. Tremendous savings. Tremendous. Mm-hmm. It saved those homeowners thousands of dollars, because we're already there breaking floor and trenching, right?
Right.
So it's a no-brainer. So as a listener, you're going, wow, I wonder if I should, what I should do. Remember, you're going to get some recoup on even if you don't plan on doing a bathroom immediately, while we're there, we can do the trenching and the floor break and re-pour for you. All you have to do is line up the plumber to do the piping on it. And again, even if you're not thinking about doing it today or tomorrow, that's already in the ground. And even if you go to sell it and you never do anything, just having that there already adds value. It most certainly does.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
Good
Sounds
information.
Like
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Planning ahead is always
Planning
key
ahead.
when it comes to stuff because you don't want to do it when you have to do it.
Right. Quick question before we go to a break. We've talked about this before. Where should the float on your sump pump be set in relation to the drain tiles?
Yeah, so this comes up every show, right?
Yeah.
And somebody texted in again, and that's great because that means people who are listening got it, and people who are just tuning in get it too. So that float should be set so it kicks on before it reaches the drain tile. It can reach the bottom of the drain tile because it'll still drain out. But if it's too high, it'll inhibit the natural flow to empty the drain tile out.
Yep. So just below them.
Just below.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
We are going to take a break. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair on this hour on the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Chris Mancuso, owner of Accurate Basement Repair, is in the studio and on the show today.
That's right.
Reminding listeners to, if you're dealing with leaks, stains, cracks in your basement, it's time to call Accurate Basement Repair. You'll get a free expert evaluation on me. That's me, David. You just tell them David Nason, the Fix-It Guy, told me to call. Call 414-744-6900 or visit AccurateBasementRepair.com. They're not just good, they're accurate.
That's right.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee new car dealer members have service technicians, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam member new car dealer.
For current great-paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
From family barbecue to quiet mornings, a new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to our Outdoor Living Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Bring every detail of your world into clear focus with personalized eye care at Shopko Optical. Vince Vitrano here. The experienced and caring team of eye care professionals at Shopko provide comprehensive eye exams tailored to your unique vision needs. Need glasses, contacts, both? From expert care to the perfect prescription eyewear for your lifestyle. Get everything in one convenient visit. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule your exam. Shopko Optical. Partners in your eye care.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gates, you'll take home a Brewers tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
You can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Do I know this band, Isaac?
Well, this is the Smiths.
Okay,
I've heard of the Smiths.
I know the band, yes. Not coming to town, though.
Morrissey is.
Oh, that's right.
But he won't be playing anything from the Smiths, I don't think, because he recently severed any relation to the Smiths.
Why do bands
Drama.
do that?
Drama. Morrissey can be at the Riverside Theater
get
on
along.
Monday night. Dayton
go
Kane,
play
David
music.
Nason, Chris Mancuso on with us this hour, 855-616-1620. And you announced that news, my friend. He's excited about this. Go
Mr.
for it.
Mancuso, what do you got there?
That's right. The Warriors won last night, and you're going, what Warriors? The Muskego Warriors won last night. We had our homecoming. I live really close to there, so I hear all the cheering and stuff. So we had homecoming last night, and,
nice night for a football game.
Absolutely beautiful night for a football game. And it was funny because there was kids already staging out there doing their, tailgating. So they tailgate at Muskego.
Tailgate at high school football games? Great.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's people tailgating all over at Muskego for the football games on nights like yesterday. I mean, obviously rainy nights is limited, but the tailgating there is pretty cool.
Do they allow grills and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Grilling out right in the parking lot.
Speaking of tailgating, come on, Brewers, get it going.
One more. There's two games left. We need one win.
We can't limp into the playoffs here. We got to really turn it on here.
Yeah, everyone should celebrate a Brewers win by getting their basements fixed.
Sure. There you go. So let's talk about this. I want to sell my house, and I need to have my basement looked at. What's that process? What do you guys see in those real estate transactions?
Yeah. When I see something and I'm like, if there's cracks, so what we look for and what you try to evaluate is recent movement, right? Something could have cracked 10, 15, 20 years ago, and if somebody can document it, like we talk about, taking pictures, if there is something that says, oh, these cracks have been here 15 years ago, and I see an inspection report or a foundation report or something, great, we're all good. But if there's no information other than the homeowner, as much as I would love to believe everybody,
that's been there forever.
That's been there since I've owned the home. We have to go with what looks like recent movement, trying to, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And what I would do on that too is, if you're going, hey, this never moved, and you're like cheap, because again, I don't mean our listeners are cheap, but a lot of them listen to it because they're, listen to us because they're looking for economical ways to do self-help fix. And I don't call the guys cheap. I'm a guy. I'm not cheap. I do fix a lot of stuff at my house myself.
You want to do it yourself.
So if you're going, well, I don't want to pay somebody to do this evaluation on this crack, what I would tell you to do is you can get take a newspaper, and everyone's going, newspaper? Where do you get those from? Spend
at the
$3.
Quick Trip, the gas station.
Get a newspaper with the date on it, right? And you can have your youngest kid, if you have one at home. And I mean, this sounds weird, but David and I have both been in arbitrations and mediations for a long time. We both do them. And David does way more than I do now. But again, if you can document this stuff just by taking a picture of that crack with that newspaper next to it, and maybe you looked 10 years younger then, or you're, or whatever. But you get what I'm saying is you have something with that where you can prove it. Because, again, who's going to take the time to go find an old Milwaukee Journal paper with a date on it?
And, Chris, it's 2025, and my iPhone puts the date on my picture.
It's something called AI.
Yeah, I know that. The reason I didn't bring that up is because you can tamper with that. I guess you could tamper with the picture too. We don't have to get too deep. But I thought about that right away. But I've had somebody bring it up. Somebody said to me the other day, because this came up the other day when I said someone to do it. And I said, well, just take it because it dates on your phone. Because I got everything stamped in mine too, because we send a ton of pictures for what we do when we're out in the field. And then, of course, the IT dude, he's an IT nerd. And he's like, well, you can, doctor that up. I'm like, yeah, I know. My kids were taking pictures of me and doctoring me up. So I looked like I was 20 years younger, the other day. But so I would document that stuff, and it'd save you some money. It'd save you some wear and tear, like David talked about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We have to take our final break. When we get back, it's your last chance to ask the questions for Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair. 855-616-1620. The Fix It Show is on WTMJ.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, Debbie. I just thought I'd let you know eastbound 94 has what looks like a pretty bad accident.
Call me, Debbie Lazaga, on the WTMJ traffic tip line, 414-238-9329.
Hi, Deb. It's Mark. 894 West. It's a parking lot.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it?
Westbound 94, just west of 27th Street, two-car crash.
Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
We're doubling down on our downtown presence. I'm Grady Crosby, Chief Sustainability and Impact Officer at Northwestern Mutual. Our modernized North Building and campus upgrades are a testament to our continued commitment to helping our city flourish as a great destination to live, work, and play.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
Looking for books, movies, digital tools, exciting programs, and more? Milwaukee County Public Libraries have it all, totally free. One library card opens the doors to all 27 public libraries in the county. Kids can dive into story times and STEAM kits full of fun and discovery, while adults can join book clubs, sharpen career skills, or take online classes in everything from tech to language learning. Head to findmylibrary.org to begin exploring libraries and open up a world of unlimited access to learning and fun.
Steinhafels is celebrating 91 years with big savings on furniture and mattresses. As a 100% employee-owned company, you'll always get honest service and trusted quality. Don't miss the celebration. Shop Steinhafels in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Hey, freshly retired WTMJ morning show host Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. We've talked over the years about the hometown difference. What's that all about? Well, it's about their huge new Berlin showroom featuring name brands like Pella, Marvin, and more, all on display. It's almost like a private home show, giving you the opportunity to compare your options side by side. And when you work with Hometown, you also get a dedicated project consultant to guide you to the products that best fit your home, your style, and your budget, as well as Hometown's own employee carpenters to handle the job. Now's a great time to lock in your price and take advantage of the savings by investing in your home's equity today. Take the hassle out of your next window or door upgrade. Contact Hometown today. Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. 414-329-1200 or online at hometownwindows.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Joss Stone? Joss Stone, Pabst Theater tonight. If you want to see a good show, she puts on a good show there. A lot of good music coming through Milwaukee. I love it. 855-616-1620 if you have a question, but we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Let's talk accurate basement repair. First of all, Siding Unlimited, J&B Construction, thank you for always sponsoring the show. We appreciate that. Water, obviously, is the big topic everybody's looking at right now because we've had a bunch of it recently. What should people be looking for still at this point? 6 weeks after the big flood and a few days after the 4 inches of rain we got on Monday.
So, and they're still coming in, and that's why I can't stress this enough. And even our incoming phone messages, again, are, hey, be patient after the big flood. Because, again, I'm not running IBM here, but nonetheless, the amount of calls, because, again, people never had it before, or they had the water, and it's just different. That flood really affected the management of the water management in the basements as a whole. So in the last segment, we were talking about real estate deals and the structural part with the cracks. The water part, so we're getting calls for water, like what should I do? My house, I got water, and now the buyers are kind of iffy about it. What are you hearing about that, David?
Well, it's a question is that, people are disclosing things, and the question comes up, well, they disclosed that they had some water come in this last time, but What's to say that it won't ever happen again? And what we're hearing, what we're talking about is now the potential is, I don't want to use the same word twice, but potentially higher, because once water comes in, it has the ability to come in again. Doesn't mean it will for sure, but it probably means you need to improve that whole drainage system, gutters, grading, and downspouts, and probably mostly the grading around your house.
Mostly the grading. So
the ground.
So as a buyer or seller again, and as a seller, you're going, oh man, should I say something? Say something, because it really leads to bad things if you don't.
The other thing is that rain was unprecedented.
And hopefully we never see it again.
Most people are never going to have, water in their basement again. You know, water came in through windows or something. I mean, that was a tremendous amount of rain.
That's correct.
And you're not going to have that again.
And we can do what's called drain tile test. We can test the system. David's been on. You've been on.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's seen them. So the drain tile testing, what happens is we would make holes actually in the floor. We patch them up, obviously. We make some holes in the floor and we expose that tubing, and then we run water through it.
Yeah.
Nothing's foolproof. It's like going in for stress test when you get older for your arteries, right? Are they clogged? Oh yeah, you have 20% clogging. Hey, we're going to have to do a bypass. And sometimes that's what you need, right? You open that up and you're like, all right, you're going to need a bypass. You need 2 walls of drain tile, but the other 2 walls are great. Okay. Sometimes you open it up and you're like, oh, yeah, you got major stuff. You're doing bypass and angiocath and the whole 9 yards. But to at least know what you have. Mm-hmm. So we do that in-house. It takes about 3 hours to do that, visit at your house. And again, we patch everything up. Normally, if it's a real estate deal, both parties will be there, the seller and the buyer, and they'll look at it, and everybody's on the same page, right?
Yeah.
But that helps it helps reduce the amount of unknown.
Yeah. And we had a text in, and we can't really get much into it, but somebody who's got staining all the way around on a block wall, generally, that bottom course of block, kind of a ring around the collar, it's been termed.
Yep, yes.
That could be a sign of a drain tile issue.
Yep, Dave brings
Long-term
that
moisture
up. That's usually a definite sign of there's a higher probability when you have that kind of ring around, unless your sump pump's been bad for 3 years and you haven't noticed, right?
That's another.
Right.
Or,
So then
or
you're
your
going,
Palmer valve stuck.
Or the Palmer,
one
or
of
the
those
old
things.
Palmer valve stuck. But yeah, that comes up, right?
That's caused by the drain tile not draining, and it could be a bad drain tile, like you said, bad sump pump, bad Palmer valve.
Yeah,
you
that's a good summary.
Call you guys, have you come out and look at it.
Absolutely.
I was just going to say, how do we get in touch with Accurate Basement Repair?
414-744-6900. That's 414-744-6900, or accuratebasementrepair.com. And if you go to the website, it'll walk you through the info line. And we're here to help everybody as best we can. Courage, honor, and integrity. That's what we run off of.
Absolutely.
Brought that from Milwaukee Fire Department straight into Accurate Basement Repair.
Sounds
Always good to have you on the show.
All right, everybody,
you,
have
sir.
a blessed weekend, and thank you again, gentlemen.
Thank you, Chris.
Hour number 2 coming up next.
This has been the Fix It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project during their fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
You know when that big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices?
Yeah?
Why doesn't Hasselus Mattress do that?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day.
Okay, good one. But really, when are the big discounts?
Like I said, every day. You know our showrooms are employee-free.
So I can give your mattresses a try.
With no pushy sales guy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that allows us to sell Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, and more for way less.
Give me numbers.
Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
And you do this every day?
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring with every Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, and more, or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
Wow.
So I guess you could say now is a prime time to buy.
I see what you did there.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselist.com.
You're not just a job number as a Sidex customer. They've been family-owned since 1988, and they treat you as part of their family. Upgrade and transform your current bathroom space with Sidex Windows Siding and Bath. They have seasoned design consultants with 10 to 30 years of experience. The owner, Joe, is honoring his dad's legacy with top-tier products and expert craftsmanship. It's Sidex, the best in the business. Get a free shower door upgrade when you mention WTMJ. Visit sidexremodel.com.
What a year.
The third time is still the charm. They've won a third consecutive National League Central Division championship.
The Brewers close out the regular season against the Reds in Milwaukee. Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 5 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Good morning, Milwaukee. At 8 o'clock, it is 59 degrees. Today's going to be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 82 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. An 18-year-old has died after being shot Friday afternoon on Milwaukee's northwest side near the corners of 38th Street and Keefe Avenue. The shooting took place just before 2 p.m. on Friday, and the victim was taken to the hospital for treatment, but eventually died from his gunshot wounds. Police are continuing to search for suspects. And the man accused of killing an Elkhorn couple in a bar will spend the rest of his life in jail. A jury found 58-year-old Thomas Root guilty of murdering newlyweds Emerson and Gina Weingart in February of 2024. Prosecutors say Root then stole $140 from the bar's cash register after the shootings. He was also found guilty of attempting to murder a woman who escaped the bar the night he opened fire. Root was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And President Donald Trump thanked FBI Director Kash Patel and other FBI members on Friday for, quote, brilliant work in indicting former FBI Director James Comey. ABC News legal analyst James Sample.
Donald Trump better be careful what he wishes for here, because this is a case that is opened up to charge claims of vindictive prosecution, selective prosecution. Those are motions that defense attorneys often file, but that usually fail because usually the Department of Justice or federal prosecutors don't engage in truly selective and vindictive prosecution. Here you've got the greatest smoking gun evidence you could ever have for a vindictive prosecution. You've got repeated statements by the President of the United States. That's not going to look very good before a judge.
The grand jury handing down 2 charges against Comey has alarmed Democrats and others who call the president's repeated and open calls to prosecute his political enemies a weaponization of the Justice Department. And the city of Waukesha considers a new plan to add funds to their budget.
The special charge would mean each household pays an annual fee of $160 for garbage and recycling services. City staff point to ongoing budget challenges tied to state-imposed tax levy limits as the reason a special charge is needed. The city's finance committee will consider the proposal at its meeting this Tuesday. If approved, the Waukesha Common Council will vote on the measure October 7th. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, weather, and next Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 8:04.
Sponsored by AccuNet Mortgage.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
After writing 3 unsuccessful offers, Brenda decided to make a no-regrets offer on this next property. She offered $35,000 over asking and promised to complete the purchase even if the appraised value came in as much as $25,000 below the accepted offer price. Why? Because she was tired of losing, and because her AccuNet loan consultant showed her that even in her worst-case scenario, no additional money would be needed at closing, and her payment, which on this home was much more affordable than others she wrote offers on, on would only increase by $17 a month. Brenda's no regrets offer, backed up by a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet, was accepted over several others. And wouldn't you know, the appraised value came in at the significantly higher than asking purchase price, which happens 9 out of 10 times in our experience. If you or someone you know wants help understanding what a no-regrets pre-approval might look like, get started by clicking on the blue button at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit ComfortAwnings.com.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers lost to the Cincinnati Reds 3-1 Friday night. The Brew Crew need one more win to secure the top seed in Major League Baseball and have home field advantage in the postseason. Game 2 of the final series of the season is tonight at 6:15. Our Brewers coverage starts at 5 p.m. with Brewers warm-up right here on WTMJ. And the Packers are in Dallas to take on the Cowboys Sunday night. The Packers have won their last 5 matchups against Dallas. All right, taking a look at your roads, your WTMJ time saver traffic. I-43 south at the ramp from Silver Spring Drive. The right shoulder is blocked due to a crash. Looking further south of us in Kenosha near I-41 94 north at the ramp from Wisconsin Route 165. Left shoulder is closed due to a disabled vehicle. Other than that, roads are looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ forecast. Today's going to be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 82 degrees. Sunday's looking to be sunny and beautiful with a high of 74 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Monday's going to be sunny and warm with a high of 80 degrees. Tuesday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 75 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Right now in Madison, it's currently 61 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 55 degrees. And out in Waukesha, it's 59 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 60 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Thank you for joining us for hour number 2. No guests this hour, so we'll take calls and texts on anything you want to talk about at 855-616-1620. I want to talk about something that Chris mentioned. They're in the NARI Home and Remodeling Show, October 17th through the 19th at the Wisconsin State Fair Park. So, National Association of Remodeling Industry.
Right.
NARI.
Mm-hmm.
Why would people join this organization, and why should people work with people in this organization?
Well, I mean, Siding Unlimited's a member. I'm a member of NARI. It's an organization that it's more than just writing a check and signing up. And there are some like that, and that's fine. You're part of a group and everything. But NARI does a background check on their members, and you have to have, I believe, actually, you have to be sponsored. You can't.
Somebody has to invite you in and vouch for you.
A current member has to sponsor you for membership. And then you have to provide referrals, so that they'll do some checking on you. You have to provide a little bit of, not all. You don't have to open your books to them, but they want to know some information about you. And so, generally, you should expect, and I mean, things happen as we go through life and in business and things like that. But when a business becomes a member, you should have an expectation. You can that they've been vetted. And on top of that, Chris, who was just here, and I are both on the NARI in Milwaukee here. Their Ethics and Bylaws Committee, and that's the committee that hears complaints from consumers. And it can go the other way around. And we've had a couple where the business, the NARI member, files a complaint against the consumer. It can happen that way. I mean, disputes happen. And if you have a NARI contractor, they're probably using the NARI contract, and it has language in there about using the arbitration program.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process where we try to resolve these disputes initially through just a conversation, because sometimes it's just communication that breaks down. Hey, you contractor or consumer, you need to talk. You need to figure out why you're not working well together. And sometimes it's just a third party coming in and having that conversation and getting things back online and, okay, let's finish this up. You might have some residual frustration or something, but let's get the project done. Follow the contract. Let's make sure of that.
So
and
kind of like a mediation, instead of going to court right away, you have a step you can take before that.
So yeah, we have a conversation type thing, and then we have mediation, right? And then if that doesn't work, because sometimes that we're at that point, okay, now we need to go on arbitration. And it's, as you said, it's not court. There is a judge involved, so it is an independent third party. It's not the NARI committee. We're involved in it, but it is a third party, typically a retired judge, making the decision on once basically both sides present their side of the dispute. So it is an organization. We hold our members to a high level of accountability. Look, somebody's having an issue. You're not holding up your end of the bargain, or like I said, it can go the other way around. But we'll figure out what it is, and so that's why I think I always would recommend a NARI contractor for you, and whatever you can find, just about anything. If you're doing something with your home, there's a NARI member that can help you out.
So if somebody goes to the NARI Home Remodeling Show October 17th through the 19th, all those people are NARI members? Is that
not
true?
This one.
Not this one?
Not this one. I believe it's the spring one. I think it's the spring one where it's just NARI members.
Okay, this could be anybody.
I believe this one is the because this is called the Home and Remodeling Show.
Okay. All right.
It's
so
not
if
the
you want
NARI
to check
show,
it out,
yeah.
you can go to the Wisconsin State Fair website. They have all the information there. We're going to take a break. We'll take your calls and texts. 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. Thanks for listening to The Fix-It Show.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
The Fix-It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors, welcome home.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max, keeping you updated on culture and creativity.
The Wisconsin Film Office. We could say it out loud. It's going to happen. Academy Award winner John Ridley.
So I'm glad that Wisconsin is getting in the game. I hope they stay in the game. Wisconsin is great because it has so many different looks. It has so many different places. It has places that are untouched. It has places that are incredibly modern.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max, weeknights at 6 on WTMJ.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? I'm Deb Cruz, president of ADAM, the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. The 114-member new car dealers that make up ADAM have extremely desirable service technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now, and new ones opening up every day. Whether you're just getting out of school or considering a career change, the salary and benefits are fantastic, and the potential for advancement is unlimited. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an ADAM member new car dealer. Live the life you've always imagined. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows.
Go to work happy when you go to work in the auto industry. For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
Get her done. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
I'm assuming this is somber?
No, this is Barely Civil, baby.
Barely Civil.
Oh, yeah.
I know the drummer of that band.
Yeah, me too.
Isaac in the
Actually, I
producer's
recognize that
studio
song.
right
I've
there.
heard that before.
Nice. You guys playing anywhere soon? Yes. X-Ray Arcade on Monday, right?
Monday night.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to see a great local band, Monday, X-Ray Arcade, Isaac and his band will be there performing. Awesome. I love it. Let's get into our number 2 second segment with this. It's a text that's a follow-up to Chris. Because I want to address, people are really wondering about sealing their basement.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about this one and then we'll get into it. I have a house we built 2 years ago. We're sealing the basement floor. Wondering if you have a recommendation for painting the poured walls. Can you use standard primer and paint, or should I use something specific for concrete? I'd prefer to spray it out of a paint sprayer if possible.
Yeah.
So what are we using in our basement if we want to seal the wall, quote unquote?
Yeah, typically painting a concrete wall is something called dry lock. I don't believe you can spray that. It's a pretty thick paint, but it's meant for concrete block, concrete walls. You might be able to use one of these other primers. You know, Certapro painters would probably be the best, maybe, you know, to give them a call and ask them, you know, what they recommend. I don't know if some of the primers like by Bin, there's these stain blocking primers, and they have latex, shellac base, oil base. They might make one for concrete. I don't know that you want to like permanently seal, you know, the concrete. I think the dry lock actually breathes a little bit.
Okay.
Because concrete walls, concrete block walls always have some moisture in them. And if you put something on it that's going to try to seal that completely, I think it's going to come off. It's just like cedar siding. Why, you know, when you paint cedar siding, you know, Matt always talks about staining it, because if you paint it, there's moisture in the wood. The moisture is going to try to get out, and that's why you paint bubbles and peels.
Right.
So,
and this sounds like it's never been painted before. What if somebody has painted the wall already? Do you have to strip that paint completely off, or can you go over the top with dry lock? How's that work?
Well, if it's painted already from years ago, it's, you know, yellow or green from the 70s or something like that. As long as it's not peeling off, then that means your basement's probably pretty dry. The basement walls are pretty dry. I would just clean it and paint it again with a regular paint.
Okay.
Because it's that base. Paint sticks to paint, but it's just like you really can't paint raw drywall. The paint will just peel right off.
Right.
You need a bonding agent, a bonding primer. That's what the primer is there to do. And then it gives a surface that the paint can stick to. So if you have a painted surface already, just go ahead and clean it and paint it. Now it's, you know, Tom Fazer always said, you know, along with grading gutters and downspouts, it was clean, dry, and dull for painting. So you got to have it clean of any dirt, dust, grease. It's got to be dry. You don't want things that are wet. Paint won't stick to it or cure it all. And dull, a shiny surface like glass, plastic doesn't take paint very well. So I would say if it's painted already, just clean it and paint it.
All
But
right.
a raw concrete, you probably got to find something to prime it with before then you can go ahead and paint it.
Thanks for the calls and texts.
Yeah, and if you're selling your house in the next year or so, don't paint. but
it sends up a warning to the inspector, like, why did they paint
exactly.
these walls?
We're always
what was
questioning.
going on?
However, a painted wall can tell me, I've said this before, it can tell me certain things. Like if I see a painted wall and it's not cracked and it looks like it was painted a long time ago, I was like, okay, this wall's not moving. But if it's painted and now there's cracks in the paint, it's like, well, the wall moved a little bit since it was painted. That's what I was talking earlier with Chris, recent movement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cracks in paint would indicate recent movement, recent since you painted. So just keep stuff like that in mind when you're painting.
855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talking text line. No guest on this hour, so we'll take calls on anything that has to do with maintenance on your home. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
When storms hit, your roof is your home's first line of defense. Is your roof older? Is it ready? A small leak today can mean big trouble tomorrow. Wood rot, drywall damage, mold, costly repairs. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's roofing masters. We install high-quality roofs built to last. With the strongest warranties and complete roofing replacement experts, our crews work clean, quick, and with unmatched attention to detail. The products we use are made to last. The combination of our products and our team have been time-tested and prove Siding Unlimited is the best at roofing homes to battle Wisconsin's harsh weather. Call 262-567-4513 today or visit sidingunlimited.com to protect your home and give yourself and your family peace of mind. Siding Unlimited has you covered.
Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Dayton and David. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us. You can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. It's going to be sunny and warm today, a high of 82. It's only 60
Amazing.
now, but it's going to go up 22
as soon
degrees.
as the fog burns off, it's going to
a lot of
like
fog
that.
out there. Like 25 to 30 yards is all I could see at one
Yeah.
point when I was driving in today. So be careful if that hasn't lifted yet. 855-616-1620. That is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Let's go to Mandy in Oconomowoc. Good morning. What's your question?
Hi, good morning. Just on the paint subject, we recently have been redoing our basement, and we're down to the floor. We rented the sander from Home Depot to scuff up the floor because it looked like there was a layer of paint on it previously. And now we're looking to look at what we need, what paint we need. I've looked at Rust-Oleum, epoxy, and primer. I just want to know what is the best paint for a basement floor. Our basement is dry.
Yeah, Rust-Oleum does make. Most people think Rust-Oleum in the can, and who was it? One of the baseball players was doing. But anyways, but Rust-Oleum makes a full line of paints for concrete and box. So that's a good product to go back with. It's kind of what we were just talking about a little bit before you called, just foundation walls. What are you painting foundation walls? There are products made for concrete, and if you have any cracks, I would recommend you use a sealant in the cracks before you do any painting.
What kind of sealant?
And something like a self-leveling sealant. You can buy a caulk, a self-leveling caulk in a tube, either at a paint store, Home Depot. That aisle way on the end where all the construction materials are. It's a Sika brand, S-I-K-A, Sika brand of sealants. They make a self-leveling sealant that you can put in there, and then buy the product that's meant for it. I can't say that I know for sure to give you a specific name of a paint, but there are paints made specifically for concrete floors, concrete walls, and things like that. So I always suggest going to a paint store. The people at paint stores are dealing with professional painters on a daily basis.
Yep.
Somebody like a Holman Lindsay or Sherwin-Williams, and they're going to give you the best product for what you need.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks. Good luck with your project. Thanks for listening. 855-616-1620. If you have questions, feel free to get them to us. This could open a can of worms. Do you see this text that came in?
Yes, the pest control.
Pest control. They have 2 chipmunks. They're back. Do listeners have any idea how to deter chipmunks? We could go down a rabbit hole of chipmunks, woodpeckers, squirrels. Red squirrels are terrible.
Did you hear the story about the red squirrel in California? Apparently there's a red squirrel near San Francisco or something that is attacking people.
What?
Yes. So you can find it online. I've heard it on the news this week. So I've always wondered, and you see pest containment or management things around houses, these black boxes and things. And it's like, well, you have a trap here, and anybody who works in a pest management company, tell me why, but you got a trap alongside your house. But what about if you're living near any kind of woods or anything, what about all the animals out in the woods?
Yeah.
You're going to trap one here. Isn't another one just going to come along? So I've always been a little wondering. I mean, obviously we don't want them in our house, mice and other things, and you want to try to stop them from coming in your house. But outside in nature, I don't know. They bother my wife when they're running out under the deck and everything. And I do set a trap every once in a while if one seems to be a little too bold and runs right up on the deck and everything. Well, okay, we're going to take care of that one. But I don't know what
they
else
live
to
outside,
do.
right?
Yeah, they live outside, and
you don't want them getting in to the attic. You don't want them getting, when you got the red squirrels running off your tree limb onto your roof. That's probably not a good thing. You want to keep your tree limbs back.
Tell people if I see any evidence in an attic of mice or anything, I say if you call a pest management company, the first thing they're going to say when they walk up to your house, they're looking. Cut those trees back, get the vines off your house, get the bushes away from your house. That's all inviting animals to climb. I call them ladders. See that tree right there, or that arborvitae that's going right up alongside your house and it's above your roof? That's a ladder for any kind of animal, mouse, chipmunk, squirrel.
The one that goes right by your gable vent that lets everything into your attic?
Right up on your roof.
Yeah,
and that old saying, no good thing happens after midnight. No good thing happens with animals on your roof.
Yeah.
So you got to keep them away from your house.
I like this text. My cat kills a chipmunk a day, so get a cat.
Well, and if you think about it, chipmunks and mice, I mean, what do they do? They eat and make more chipmunks and mice. So
yeah,
you get rid of one, there's more coming. So outside, I just always felt like, okay, just kind of manage them, but it's the vegetation around your house. I mean, you want to have a nice looking property and things like that, but keep it maintained.
Oh, what? Maintenance?
I haven't said that word today, maintenance. So you got to, trim things back.
And that's why you're listening to The Fix-It Show.
Right.
We appreciate you listening. Another half hour to go, 855-616-1620 if you have questions.
Deal with a plumbing question.
And we're going to talk to Jesse Cannizzaro from Milestone Plumbing coming up next to answer one of the questions I think we got last week. We're going to
I got an
today.
email during
You
the
did.
week.
Okay, that's what it was. Now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Morning, Dayton. A suspect has been arrested in connection to a shooting that killed a Canadian man in Sheboygan Falls. Police announced that they arrested 35-year-old Luis E. Cruz of Burgos of first-degree reckless homicide charges. 32-year-old Giovanni Michael Robinson was shot and killed Wednesday morning near Monroe and Water Streets. A press conference to discuss additional information in the investigation will take place next week. And Aurora Medical Center is planning to grow its hospital in Grafton. The 125,000 square foot expansion project includes a tower with 84 new private patient suites and an expanded emergency department. The expansion plans have been submitted to the Village of Grafton for approval. Aurora hopes to start construction in the coming months. And the annual Wisconsin Veterans Day Parade moves to Wauwatosa. Parade organizers say the decision to move the parade from Milwaukee was a tough one, but parade participants and viewers wanted better sight lines and parking options. The parade will start at 11 a.m. on Saturday, November 8th, on the corner of State Street and Harwood Avenue in downtown Wauwatosa. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. We've gotten in now the ramp from I-43 94 north to I-94 west. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash. That road's looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
All right, time for your WTMJ forecast. Today's going to be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 82 degrees. Sunday's looking to be sunny and beautiful with a high of 74 near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Monday's going to be sunny and warm with a high of 80 degrees. Tuesday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 75 degrees near the lake and 80 degrees inland. Right now in Madison, it's currently 63 degrees. Out in Green Bay, it's currently 58 degrees. Down towards Waukesha, it's 62 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 59 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:32.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10,000 for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
You know when that big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices?
Yeah?
Why doesn't Hasselus Mattress do that?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day.
Okay, good one. But really, when are the big discounts?
Like I said, every day. You know our showrooms are employee-free.
So I can give your mattresses a try?
With no pushy sales guy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that allows us to sell Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, and more for way less.
Give me numbers.
Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
And you do this every day?
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring with every Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, and more, or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
Wow.
So I guess you could say now is a prime time to buy.
I see what you did there.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselist.com.
If it needs fixing, we can help. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Brewers, Reds, AmFam Field, 6:15 first pitch tonight. Let's go. We need that final win. To
Don't go to the game, Dayton.
I'm 2 for 2 wins and 4 losses on the season when I've gone to games. So I am not going. I'm not going to playoff games. Everybody, it's okay. It's all good. So let's go to the phones.
So I got an email this week from.
I'm here to help. This is your WTMJ.
Sorry, no problem. So I got an email this week from a listener. It says in the email, "Hi, David. Love the show. Long-time listener, first-time emailer. So love that. I have a loud knocking noise in my basement wall when wastewater is exiting my house, mainly when a shower is being run upstairs." So basically, and he sent along a video, and I listened to it. I was like, wow, I've never heard that. And I've been working in construction, doing inspections a long time, and I know a lot of stuff and everything. So every once in a while, something stumps me. So when I don't know something, there are people who know things more than I do about certain things.
Sure.
And when it comes to plumbing, my go-to person is Jesse Cannizzaro, owner of Milestone Plumbing in Wauwatosa. So Jesse's joining us here this morning. Morning, Jesse.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
So I sent you this email with the video. You listened to it, and you texted me back right away and said, hey, let's talk. And we got on the phone and talked. And to my surprise, you've heard this, I don't want to say many times, but it's not uncommon.
Countless times, but they always sound a little bit different, but they have the same cadence. And what happens is we have expansion and contraction that happens throughout the plumbing system. And David and I talked yesterday. Often it's the drain and the vent. Most of the homes obviously have PVC. We do still have a lot of metal with galvanized and cast iron throughout the cities as well. But when that pipe, and you noted the email says a shower, gets that hot water, that PVC will start to expand and it will rub on the things that it's touching and create a clicking noise. Sometimes it even sounds like a drip inside of a wall. And what's interesting is if you really listen to the cadence of it, it'll be spaced out, typically pretty equal until that pipe starts to cool down. And then those spaces will get longer in between because it's contracting back. And so showers, lavatory sinks, people when they get ready to go wash their face that night before they crawl into bed, will get that panicked phone call or email of, I hear water dripping in the walls. And it's not typically water unless you're seeing staining down below or water obviously coming down below, but it can be rubbing against so many different things. I shared with David yesterday, it can be the electrical, the wiring inside of there. If that is taut enough on that pipe, it can make a clicking noise. Sometimes people have styrofoam inside of their walls for insulation factor. When it expands and contracts on there, you'll get a little bit of a higher pitched noise than what David shared with me yesterday, which I'm guessing is probably clicking on wood based on the way that the tone was.
The wood framing in the wall.
Correct. So it could also be going through the block wall if it's going out to a septic system as well. So there's lots of different noises. The thing that drives people crazy is often they're concealed, so then you have to start opening the walls up to find it. And then, it might be as simple as just pulling that off and putting a support to alleviate that pressure that's being created. Sometimes we have to take a Sawzall blade and trim a little bit out of like a stud wall if it's clicking on the stud. So it can be kind of like a little bit of an expedition to locate where that noise is coming from and then getting it addressed.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So like I said, I had never heard this before, and when I shared it with you, you said it, I was like, wow, okay, so this is a thing.
Well, and the other thing to remember, too, is the plastic piping is by far the worst. As it heats up, it expands and contracts more than metal will.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I shared with David that I got nervous about, sometimes CPVC water piping, which David knows I am not a fan of,
right,
is what is happening. And that CPVC, if it's rubbing and expanding and contracting, that glue joint could crack and you could have a leak from the movement that's happening in the wall that's actually not leaking at the time it starts.
Yeah. So hopefully we're not raising too many concerns from people, but these are potentials. But now as soon as you said metal, my thought went to, you hear it quite frequently when a furnace turns on and turns off, the ductwork will kind of make a bang because it's expanded as it's heating. And then as the furnace shuts off, it cools off, the metal shrinks and it creates that bang. They're supposed to put creases in the ductwork to try to prevent that, but sometimes that still happens.
And, our finished mechanical rooms, everybody's finishing lower levels to expand living space. And we cram so much into those mechanical rooms, and you'll sometimes have like a power vent for a water heater, and it's running right next to a furnace duct, and it could be touching ever so slightly, and the echoing that can happen can make it hard to figure out where exactly above this finished ceiling is this now happening.
Right. All right, so great answer to all that. I know there was one other thing you wanted to share quickly about this whole flood that we went through with relating to permitting from the city of Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, there was a huge announcement that came out on Thursday. The city of Milwaukee, the Common Council, the commissioner's office all got together, and they have waived permit fees. So if you're having a water heater replaced, a furnace replaced, something with electrical with the panel that's a result of flood damage, those permit fees now will be waived through this program that they announced on Thursday. And those that have had permits already pulled, you are eligible to get those permit fees back as well. And my understanding is that program will run through the end of the year. Sometimes when we have unexpected costs and so many homeowners had to go through furnaces and their water heaters and a washer and a dryer, and it starts to become super overwhelming. The good news is you can still get the permit filed, get the inspection done, making sure you're using a reputable contractor that is approved in the city of Milwaukee to do work, and make sure your home is safe without that additional fee. So I thought it was awesome that the city stepped up and was able to figure out funding on how to support that program. And we've challenged this week, our team came out and we've essentially donated 5 complete water heater installs at no charge to homeowners. We're going to be putting the 4th one in next week. The great thing is contractors are looking for ways to step up. You can reach out to the city or to me, and I can help connect you if you would like to step up to do something great for our community and try to help support those that have been impacted by those floods.
All right. Is there a number people can contact Milestone Plumbing?
They can contact Milestone Plumbing. They can send me an email. So for that program, it's probably best to email me direct. Our office gets really overwhelmed. We've had a ton of flood calls come in. And now that this program was announced and we had some media coverage this week, they got a lot of calls yesterday. My email is Jessie, Jessie, at milestoneplumbinginc.com. I'm happy to get them connected. Otherwise, they can call the Department of Neighborhood Services, and they can also connect them that way as well.
Excellent, Jesse. Well, as I said, you've been a wealth of information for me, for the Wisconsin Association of Home Inspectors. You're a great presenter and everything, so I appreciate all the information and coming on the show this morning.
You bet. I'm always excited when I see your emails. I'm like, what's he got for me today? Because yesterday was great seeing it pop in my inbox. So Thank you for the smile.
All right. Thanks, Jesse. Have a great day.
Yes, have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
One thing before we go to break to clarify, you don't skip the permit.
Right.
The fee is being waived. You still need the permit.
You should get the
Just
permit
wanna make
and the
sure
inspection.
That was clear to
It's just the
everybody.
fees waived, yes.
But that was good information. All right. More of your calls and texts coming up, 855-616-1620. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
I'm here to help. This is your WTMJ Fix-It Show host, David Nason, with expert advice for our listeners. If you're dealing with leaks, stains, or cracks in your basement, it's time to call my trusted friends at Accurate Basement Repair. And you know what? You'll get a free expert evaluation on me. You just tell them David Nason, the Fix-It guy, told me to call. Don't let basement issues mess up your home. Trust Accurate Basement Repair to get the job done right. And again, that's Accurate Basement Repair, 414-744-6900 or AccurateBasementRepair.com.
Ben, why are you wearing a lab coat? I'm conducting a highly sensitive experiment, Arvid.
Here, at Penny Mustard.
Obviously, Nicole. What's going on? We've seen a significant uptick in the number of gasping customers.
Gasping?
I've isolated the gasping to this 12-foot radius.
Well, of course. This is where we display the Joni sofa.
Now that's a gasp-worthy sofa.
The Joni sofa's sophisticrafted fortress frame construction
makes it as strong as a tank.
When you pair it with our high-quality foam and hundreds of fabric and leather options, you get an incredibly durable, yet surprisingly supple sofa.
Was that you?
Oh no, it's contagious. Come see the Joni Sofa, American-made with Fortress hardwood frame, ultra-high-density cushions, and hundreds of fabric and leather options, starting at $19.13 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com. Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishings.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
At Og Prep North, we know the only way to build the future is on the foundation of excellence and faith. Og Prep North, built for academic, artistic, and athletic excellence. Made for more. Learn more at ogprep.org.
Imagine waking up to the updated kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. J&J Contractors is your preferred partner in all your home renovation needs. They can transform your kitchen with beautiful new floors, custom cabinetry, and more. Dreaming of a spa-like oasis with custom tile work and fixtures? J&J Contractors will design a bathroom that leaves you feeling relaxed and rejuvenated. For your free consultation, just search online, J&J Contractors, or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Are you looking for ways to give back to your local community? Use volunteerwisconsin.org to find opportunities to volunteer your time with organizations making a difference near you. As we celebrate United Ways Month, we're also celebrating you. Visit volunteerwisconsin.org or get in touch with your local United Way or Volunteer Center to find out more about local opportunities to get involved. VolunteerWisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin. Paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
Like a user's manual on the radio, it's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Harvest Fair going on at the Wisconsin State Fair Park this weekend. You can check that out.
Every apple picking, pumpkin farm, harvest. I mean, they're going to be swamped today with how nice it's supposed to be.
Pumpkin spice is back.
Yes.
It's that time of year, isn't
Right.
it? 855-616-1620. If you have questions for us, it's Dayton Kane and David Nason on the Fix-It Show. Let's go to Barb in Grafton. Hey, Barb, thanks for calling in. What's your question?
Good morning. Good morning. I had a leak coming in a corner of the family room, and I've had several people look on the roof and see where it's coming from or where it came from, and fixed or thought they knew what was going on, but it's still there, and the paint has peeled, the drywall obviously was soaked at one time, and before I have it repaired, I want to make sure whatever was causing it is found, and I don't know how to look for that or have someone look for that leak or how to track it down before I have it fixed. That's one problem. The other is I have a two-story house, and between my first and second floor, the ceiling of the first floor gets stains periodically coming through the ceiling paint, and I've had it repainted, and the painters have, fixed, covered the stains properly, and then it comes back after a while. How do I determine where that is coming from, that moisture?
So let's start with the interior one first. The stains on your ceiling. You said you've had it painted. They've done that properly. Is there a bathroom above this area?
No,
Nope.
it's an outside wall.
It's on a wall or a ceiling? I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Ceiling. It's on the ceiling.
Okay.
But it's outside. It's not an interior wall.
How old is your house? About?
1964.
Did you say 64 or 54?
Yeah, 60.
64.
Okay. So, in my opinion, there's got to be something above that ceiling causing that stain. And it may not be a water stain. It could be something else. But generally, stains you have to cover with a stain-blocking primer. You can't just paint it.
And that's what the painters did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Okay, and it keeps coming back. And so is there like an attic space above this area?
No, because it's on the second floor. Yes, there is. No, because it's between the first and second floor.
Okay, so there's a room directly above this.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I was trying to think. Is there something
And
in?
it's a bedroom.
Right.
It's a bedroom,
Okay.
so it's kind of crazy.
Did something get in that wall cavity or that floor cavity that's causing the stain?
And that-
My mind's
right.
going towards a pest that may have deceased. But I don't.
It's rotting away. And
well,
but it's been for years. It's been years.
Okay.
And it comes back. I mean, I've had that ceiling painted 2 times in the last 20 years, and it keeps coming back.
The solution might be to have, so you have joist, floor joist, 16 inches on center, is to have somebody cut from floor joist, a square, and just cut out that area to see if there's something up there, causing the stain, but also just to get rid of that area, patch it, paint it. And it's a little more involved. But if you've had it primed and then painted multiple times, there's got to be something right directly above that. Maybe a ductwork that's
where my head
causing a
went.
condensation, leaking. Without seeing it, that'd be my suggestion. The other one, the leak on the roof, and this is fairly obvious, right? Roofs leak where there's holes in them, and you're like, oh, of course, David. What I mean by holes, and I mean a roof vent, a plumbing vent, a skylight, a chimney, where the roof intersects with another roof or a wall or something, where that roof leak is occurring. Is there one of those things above that?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what somebody had checked out maybe a year or so ago, and they did redo that flashing or whatever you call it around the chimney.
Sure.
And but it looks like the stain comes back.
Yeah.
And I had 2 years ago, I had new drywall put in and everything painted in that room, and now that stain is there. And I just don't want to tear out the drywall and everything and then have it come back.
Okay.
That's why to track it down.
So you mentioned
I just
chimney.
don't know what to do.
Is there's a chimney nearby?
A fireplace.
A fireplace?
Fireplace chimney,
So
yes.
flashing, you mentioned flashing is important around the base of a chimney where it intersects with the roof and everything. But
right.
Dayton can agree with me on this. Sometimes chimneys themselves leak, the stone or the brick of the chimney. Is this a masonry chimney? Is it a masonry chimney?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes
yes.
that chimney itself can be absorbing water, and then the water, and it kind of acts like a sponge, and then the water comes in, and then it gets into your attic or in your house. So it might be something where not only, if maybe the roofer did a good job with the flashing and fixing all that, you might have to have, again, I can't see your house from here, but you might have to have a chimney inspector come out and inspect the condition of the chimney itself.
I've seen that happen
And who
more
would
times
that
than you would
be?
think.
There's a number. Where
okay.
did you say you're located?
Actually in Cedarburg.
Cedarburg. What's Chimney
Yes.
Concepts?
Yeah.
Is in
Chimney
Port
Concepts.
Washington. They've been on the show before. You could call Chimney Concepts.
Nick the chimney sweep.
Yeah, Humble Sweeps. Sorry, we're running out a little bit out of time here, but
That's okay.
yeah,
Humble Sweep.
Humble Sweeps.
Humble.
Yeah, or Quality Chimney and Fireplace.
Thank you so much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate your
Thanks for the
help.
call.
Thanks, Barb. Thanks for listening. 855-616-1620. We have one segment coming up left on the Fix It Show.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
You gotta get to Built Right today. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Built Right furniture, leather, and mattresses. Built Right's 97th anniversary celebration, plus their $1 million clearance sell-off are on now. If you are looking for affordable, better quality furniture or mattresses, you do what my family does. You go to Built Right. We love our new furniture, and most importantly, we enjoyed the shopping experience. 4 generations, 97 years strong, 19 years in their Greenfield location. 3rd and 4th generation family members on hand in the store, along with their amazing team. Be ready for your holiday guests. Thousands of items in stock, or you can always custom order at a low sale price. USA made, small scale, Ohio Amish made, and real solid wood furniture. 60 models of USA made mattresses. Built Right saves you money. Free in-store design services too. Voted best place to shop. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, closed to be with family. Tell them Vinny sent you to Built Right, 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
How do you want your backyard to look? New deck, patio, shade area, pergola, fire pit, in-ground pool, outdoor kitchen, or all of it? Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build your space, and everyone will scream wow when they see your new backyard. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
I'm here to help. This is your WTMJ Fix-It Show host, David Nason, with expert advice for our listeners. If you're dealing with leaks, stains, or cracks in your basement, it's time to call my trusted friends at Accurate Basement Repair. And you know what? You'll get a free expert evaluation on me. You just tell them David Nason, the Fix-It guy, told me to call. Don't let basement issues mess up your home. Trust Accurate Basement Repair to get the job done right. And again, that's Accurate Basement Repair, 414-744-6900 or AccurateBasementRepair.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. Thank you for joining us this week. We appreciate that. If you missed it, the Fix-It Show podcast is on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast. Doors Open 2025 going on today and tomorrow in Milwaukee. Have you ever done that? Gone into some of these buildings you never get to go into?
Some really cool places really to see. The Greek church out in Wauwatosa, Frank Lloyd Wright Church, they're usually open.
Yeah.
That is such a cool building to see.
We went long with Barb on that last segment, so let's wrap it up. How do people get in touch with you if they need inspection work? Do you have time to do any at this point is a good question.
I am still pretty much booked up all next week, but I've just had a lot of things going on in the last 3-4 weeks that have really filled up my calendar. This condo association, I was doing all their exterior inspections and other things, and next week I got a 3 days of I'm working on some things for WAHI, the Wisconsin Association of Home Inspectors. I'm the president of that right now, my second term. Thankful for the members voting me onto a second term, but I do some volunteer work for that. We have a pre-licensing class for people who want to become a home inspector. We've been doing that since 2021, and this is our biggest class yet, 12 people in the class. So that's starting on Monday. I'm going to visit them, and then Thursday, Friday, we do some in-person stuff. But and I'm talking at our Chippewa Valley chapter Wednesday night. So yes, busy week, but bestinspectionsllc.com, best way to look me up. My phone number and everything else is on there.
Libby Collins filling in for me the next 2
you're going
weeks
on
as
a
I
trip.
head out to Italy.
Yeah,
so
have some wine.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, take care. Have a
Great
safe
show.
trip.
Rose Gray coming in next with the Fox World Travel Show.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project during their fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment on